In tonight's Operation Crime and Justice report, we're digging into why a repeat offender with a history of violent crimes was offered a plea deal. KOMO's Leanne Wynn has been looking into this case. She's live at the Regional Justice Center in Kent with more. Leanne?
Well, attorneys involved in these latest cases say that the charges were reduced due in part to the suspect's mental health issues he was experiencing during these crimes. Abdinjib Ibraham has spent most of the last decade locked up or at Western State Hospital. In 2016, he was serving time for robbery with a deadly weapon when authorities say he nearly beat a corrections officer to death. We spoke to that now former corrections officer in 2023 about the physical and mental trauma he's still dealing with from that attack.
I just want to keep him off the streets now, really, is kind of my focus. I just want him off the streets, not hurt nobody anymore.
That attempted murder case was ultimately dropped because of Ibraham's mental health issues, and he was released in 2023 without a support plan or a place to live, according to his attorney. It wasn't long before Ibraham was back in cuffs. Authorities say just weeks after his release, he's on video pistol whipping a man during a carjacking in Seattle and pointing a gun at an elderly woman, robbing her of her purse. A few days after that, he was shot by officers while reportedly acting erratically and walking in traffic in Burien. Witnesses reported he appeared to be experiencing a mental health episode. Ibraham has a history of mental health issues. He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and past evaluations have stated he is at an elevated risk for reoffending and violent behavior. He spent the last 2 years in jail and being evaluated at Western State Hospital. Ultimately offered a plea deal in his latest crimes, pleading guilty to lesser charges of attempted robbery and felony harassment.
I had quite a lot of insight into his psychiatric disability and the fact that when he is not medicated, he has significant deterioration.
A judge sentencing him to about 8 years, taking into account his mental health history, offender score, and state sentencing guidelines. And I did speak with one of Ibraham's victims briefly today. They said that they just want justice and Ibraham off the streets, and they're hopeful that charges in his attempted murder case might be refiled. Reporting live in Kent, Leanne Wynn, KOMO News.